So here am I. uh, but we have already always believed us that during this time of Corona pandemic, we need something light, something witty, something humorous, right? So which I really believe that which will ease down our pain. We don't get to go out, we don't get to meet our friends, we don't get to do parties. So what do we do? We are sitting in these forums, and having chats, discussions, live discussions with our stakeholders also, with our clients also, and with friends like you. So let me start with a joke right away. So this joke would actually include few Hindi sentences or phrases also. So here it goes. There is one actually class happening, in one of our countryside area. Let's take an example of UP. There is a class happening, and then there are students sitting there with their Hindi teacher, and there is one Mesha person whose name is he's a very naughty person. Actually, his name is Ramu. We are well aware of this name, right? So what happens is, in this class is going on, a teacher, he challenges every student, to participate in idioms, muhavre, what we say in Hindi. So he says, tomorrow I will be taking your muhavre test, and you all have to come prepared. And guys, let's take a break here, because I won't be taking much time. And let's invite our. I mean, I will be actually continuing with this joke later on. But let's first invite our first speaker of the day. And before that, if we can actually have the evaluator for him.
You have to invite the general evaluator.
Yeah. So please, if I can have general evaluator on stage.
Yeah.
Joyita.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Harish. And today I will be playing the role of general evaluator. So I have the tech team member along with me, although I don't have the names with them. So I like to call up on first timer who is playing the role. Kindly come and mention about your role.
Thank you, Joyita. Hi, everyone. So today, as your timer, I will be keeping a track of the time of everyone's speeches and evaluations and table topics. For prepared speeches, unless and until there is a change by the speaker for a special module, it'll be 5 to 7 minutes. And how I'll be showing the time is that I'll be sharing my screen, which I'm trying to do right now, just so that we don't face any technical difficulty later. I'll be sharing my screen with a blank white screen. Please let me know if you can see it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Blank screen in the beginning. Then at 5 minutes, it'll be green, and it'll stay green until you hit 6 minutes, yellow, and from 6 to 7, it'll stay at yellow, and at 7 minutes, we'll go for red until the speaker finishes his or her speech. And for table topics, it will be 1.5, and 2 minutes. And for evaluations, it will be 2.5, and 3 minutes. Please note that I will not be giving any intimation when somebody is going over time, and I'll be presenting the report at the end of the day. Thank you, Joyita.
Yeah, thank you, Shakti, for explaining your role. Now I'd like to invite the grammarian of this meeting. So can you please come?
The grammarian is Ankita. She's kindly agreed to being the grammarian for the meeting. So let's call Ankita on stage.
Yeah, so I'd like to call Ankita on the stage. Ankita, over to you.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Hello, everyone. I am the grammarian for today's meeting. And as the grammarian, I'll keep a track of the good use of grammar and incorrect use of grammar. And I hope we all do wonders in grammar, and I don't have to write much in the report. I'll present my report in the general evaluation section. Over to Joy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ankita. And now I'd like to call our counter on the stage. So,
Pritansh has agreed to be the counter.
hi,
Thank you,
Pritansh.
Pritansh.
Over to you.
Hi everyone. So I will be playing the role of our counter today. That means I will be noting down the one that I just did, something like that, or any kind of shortcomings that we do while speaking and don't know what's going on in our mind, and I'll report that during the general evaluation section. Over to you, Joyita.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pritansh. Thank you all the tag team members for explaining your role for this meeting. Now I'd like to explain my role. So today I will evaluate the evaluators of the speeches, and I will call the tag team members one by one to share the reports at the end of the meeting, and then I will also share the general meeting, how the flow of the meeting, everything I will be noting down today. So I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you so much, and over to the TMOD
Uh,
of the day,
General
Harish.
General
Yeah,
Evaluator,
yes,
we
yes.
have a word of the day, which was shared by the original grammarian Shaktiya. I would request your permission that it be shared.
Okay. Yeah.
Shakti, if you could
Yes.
share the word of the day.
Yeah, sure. So the word of the day given by Shivpriya is loquacious. It's an adjective. It means tending to talk a great deal. An example of the usage of this word would be the loquacious Toastmaster was known for his World Championship of Public Speaking speech. Loquacious, again. I have posted it in the chat if anybody wants to take a look at it. Thank you, Ankita. I just wanted to bring that in since you gave me the word of the day.
Thank you, Shakti.
So I think our TMOD can proceed with the meeting now. Over to you, TMOD.
Hi. Thank you, Joyita, for summarizing it so well. Guys, you all know your roles, right? And let's not wait anymore. And I will invite Surinder sir. Uh, and before that, his evaluator will be telling a little bit about his speech, quite of summary, exactly what kind of speech would that be and how the evaluation will be done. May I have your evaluator for Surinder sir?
I can be Sharindra sir's evaluator. Sharindra sir, if you could tell me the speech project.
Sir, we can't hear you. Sorry, you're on mute.
So you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
This is the Pathways Level 3, Speech 3, which I will be speaking about storytelling.
Okay.
It's about storytelling, and while I am giving my speech, I would request the TMOD to kindly forward to Rupinder the evaluation form which I have sent to you. Is that okay, Rupinder?
Yes. Although I am familiar with Connect with Storytelling, so the speaker today will be telling a story that will touch upon either the emotions or the logic of the audience. The story must have a message or at least a moral. And the time allotted for the speech, timer please note, is 5 to 7 minutes with a 30-second grace on either side. I wish the speaker all the very best, and I hand it back to the Toastmaster of the day to carry the proceedings further.
Rupinder sir, you can continue from here.
Oh, you
Sorry,
have to call Surinder.
Yeah.
Surinder sir, you'll have to call him on stage.
Yeah. So let's invite Surinder sir. You're eagerly waiting for a speech, actually, quite a long time. So Surinder sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. The topic of my talk today and the story is Keep Your Fork. This is a story by Emily Johnson, which she wrote way back in 1942 in her collection of short stories by the name of Four Seasons. Here I go. There was a young woman who had been diagnosed with a terminal illness and had just about 3 months to live. So she was getting her things in order. She contacted the pastor, who is in the local church, and had him come over to her house to discuss certain aspects of her final wishes. She told him which song they wanted her or the chorus to sing at the service, what scriptures she should like to be read, and what outfit she wanted to be buried in. Everything was in order, and the pastor was preparing to leave when the young lady suddenly remembered something very important. There's one more thing, she said excitedly. What's that? Came the pastor's reply. This is very important, the young woman continued. I want to be buried with a fork in my right hand. The pastor stood looking at the young woman, not knowing quite what to say. That surprises you, doesn't it? The young lady asked. Well, to be honest, I'm puzzled by the request. That's what the pastor said. The young woman explained. My grandmother once told me the story, and from that time, I have always tried to pass along its message to those I love and those who are in need of encouragement. In all my years of attending socials, dinners, and get togethers, I always remember that when the dishes of the main courses were being cleared, someone would inevitably lean over and say, keep the fork. It was my favorite part because I knew that something better was coming, like the velvety chocolate cake or the deep dish apple pie, something wonderful and with some great substance. So I just want people to see me there in that casket with a fork in my right hand. And I want them to wonder, what's with this fork? Then I would like you to tell them, keep the fork, the best is yet to come. The pastor's eyes welled up with tears of joy as he hugged the young woman goodbye. He knew he would be one of the last ones to see her before she would die because of ill health. But he also knew that the young woman had a better grasp of heaven than he did. She had a better grasp of what heaven would be like than many people twice her age, with twice as much experience and knowledge. She knew that something better was coming. At the funeral, people were walking past the young woman's casket, and she heard the cloak she was wearing and the fork placed in her right hand. Over and over, the pastor heard the question, what's with this fork? And over he smiled. During his message, the pastor told the people of the conversations, please quiet, of the conversations he had with the young woman shortly before she died. He also told them about the fork and about what it symbolized to her. He told the woman how he could not stop thinking about the fork and told them that they probably would not be able to stop thinking about it either. He was right. So the next time he reached down for your fork, let it remind you ever so gently that the best is yet to come. People around you are a very rare jewels indeed. They make you smile or cry, but encourage you to succeed or progress. Cherish the time you have and the memories you share. Being helpful to someone is not only an opportunity, but a sweet responsibility. And just remember, keep the fork. The best is yet to come. Over to you, dear Modi. Thank you.
Quite an awesome speech by Surinder sir, as expected. Amazing one. The one thing I like about Surinder sir is, of course, the flow of his speech. It's amazing, and the tone with which he carries it. It's really, we got a lot to learn from you, sir. Amazing speech. Believe me, I still don't know how to hold the fork actually with me. Amazing speech. Yeah, we were in the class actually, with Ramu and his. Yeah, I didn't share the name of the teacher. I just made it up. So our Pandeji, his Hindi adhyapak, Hindi teacher there. So he threw a challenge to his whole class, saying that tomorrow will be your muhavre test, and come prepared, everybody. So yeah, everybody was excited, and so was our Ramu. Ramu was very much excited actually. He's a person who is always excited. He thinks that his answers are best, and nobody else can answer the things he can. So here comes the next class. Next morning happens, and then our Adhyapak Pandeji starts asking questions, muhavras and all. And here comes one muhavra. He goes to his class and says, "Iska vakya prayog kijiye," and the muhavra is "muh mein pani aana." What we call in English, mouth watering. So that's the question. That's the muhavra. "Muh mein pani aana." isse vakya prayog kare. Students were surprised. Nobody was actually prepared with an answer. They didn't know. They never heard it before, actually. So everyone was wondering how to answer that. Nobody knew it. But look at Ramu. Only Ramu had his hand raised. And our Adhyapak Pandeji, he kept on ignoring him. He thought, no, 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 no. I won't ask Ramu. Never, never. I won't do that mistake again. But our Ramu, he tries his best. He could make out that sir is not looking at him. Maybe maybe I'm not visible. So he stands on his chair actually, and then he raised his hand. So our Adhyapak Panditji, he's good at ignoring people. He was just actually standing next to him, but still ignores. He says, no, I won't look at him. I won't ask him. But he again asked the same question, guys. Please, I'm waiting for an answer. Can anybody answer this? It's a very easy muhavra. Muh mein pani aana. But still, everybody's wondering, and people, there's one guy, another guy who's good friend to Ramu, Pappu. He says, sir, why don't you ask Ramu? He is raising his hand, he is standing on chair, still you're ignoring him. He ignores that question also, Pandeyji, because he knew what is to come. What our Ramu does, there's a bench also, next to chair, on which you write actually. You have your copy and backs on that. So he stands on the bench so that he is visible. It's quite innocent also actually. So he stands on the bench and he raises his hand also. Sir, please ask me. Ask me, sir. I'm ready. So Pandeyji, he couldn't ignore him any long. So he says, okay, Ramu, tu hi bata de yaar, kya answer hai? Ramu says, sir, bata दूं? क्या बता दूं? कहता सर जैसे ही मैंने नलका खोला मेरे मुंह में पानी आ गया. So that was the joke actually. It still makes me laugh. Guys, here I welcome our next speaker. Actually, our next speaker is not here, Payal. So after that, we have Honey. We have heard Honey only once, but she speaks so well. I really love that when she speaks. And I would like to invite before Honey, her evaluator. So can we have evaluator for Honey?
Is Rupinder the evaluator of my speech? I'm not sure, but Rupinder, are you here?
Maybe he's speaking on mute, I think.
Rupinder, we can't hear you.
You can see him also.
Maybe
I'll do
Shaurendra
it.
sir, could
I'll
you
do it.
evaluate?
I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, so Saundra sir, I would like to mention that I am delivering the project 4 of the storytelling manual, which is the touching story. And the objective of my speech is to understand the techniques available to arouse emotion, to become skilled in arousing emotion while telling a story. And timer, please note, it's 6 to 8 minutes. And my speech title is Not Enough. So,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah, so Honey,
Yeah.
you can please start with your speech. So let's all welcome Honey.
Honey, you can start.
Yeah. I was sitting numb in my car with eyes welled with tears. As we entered through this broken wrought iron gate held open by my uncle, I could see the mud-clad path. There was no sideways, but some dry bushes on the side. Some broken small structures, certain random fallen items here and there. It didn't look like a nice place. It looked like a very old, shabby property. Almost 200 meters ahead of the gate, we parked our car to a side. As I was about to open the car door, my cousin softly said, "Dee, we can remove our slippers in the car itself." And thus I stepped out barefoot. Onto my left was a very dry looking Shiva Linga with his other 3 companions. And the structure was closed with a small gate. But in my mind, it seemed like the gates of heavy water are left open. As I walked ahead, there is a huge banyan tree. Little scary, dark, gloomy, with its branches hanging low. It was looking like some 100-year-old. I reached further ahead, following my family members, majorly men, and my father. At a point, all of them took a pause. They were waiting for somebody. My dad said, "Pandey has come. Pandey has come." This malnourished guy in his 20s was dressed with little torn clothes, but he was looking sincere. My cousin came towards my ears and said, "Dee, he's deaf and dumb." As I was any different that moment. Everybody started following him towards another path onto our left. I was stopped by my uncle. "Honey, you can wait here while we come back." The stubborn child in me was not listening to anybody at that moment. And I followed the crowd. As we reached another plot, a very small plot, again, fenced with some wires, protected again with a small gate. The Pandey opened the gate and there was only a small knot there. We all entered, and this small square plot was very shabbily looking, ill-kept, unleveled ground. I could see a lot of dry bushes, a lot of dirty clothes here and there. And I was confused. Pandey just spotted a location, and my brothers and my cousins, they started digging a small spot. They were removing the dry bushes, removing the dirty pieces of clothes which were lying here and there. And my father was carrying her wrapped in a bright red cloth while her face was glowing like an angel. Looking at the place again and again, I just realized this is not the place to be. This is definitely not the place to be. As I looked closely, I could not just absorb it. And I started shouting that no, this is not the place to be. I went to my dad and told him that no, we are not leaving her here. We are not leaving her here. Just make her get up again. Just make her get up again. To which my dad said, without the soul, there is no smell, sense, or sensation. Honey, you need to understand. And I kept on shouting, Tia, your bua cannot leave you here. This is a very dirty place. This is a very dirty place. As we came back from Antyeshti, a composite Sanskrit word of Antya and Ishti, which respectively mean last sacrifice, we had done the final rites of a burial of a 72 days old child, of my little niece Tia. Rooted in Rigveda section 10.18, where the hinds mourn the death of the child, praying to deity Mrityu to neither harm our girls nor our boys, and pleads the earth to cover, protect the deceased child as a soft wool. I can never forget that shabby looking square plot where I left my Tia. It was difficult for me. But what was more difficult for me was to face the scary emotions inside my head. And those emotions were no different than what we feel always. To me, the strongest emotion was I didn't love her enough. In the 72 days that she was gone, I didn't realize that she's the angel that I always wanted. I am the youngest girl in my family so far, and we never got the blessing of a baby girl post my birth to my uncles and to my aunt. I personally was looking forward to having a small baby girl at our home and pampering her like an angel. But did I care enough? No. But did I love her enough? No. In the 72 days when she was here, and she might have cried at 4 a.m., and I was sleeping, choosing not to go to the room to check out why she's crying. Maybe parting with my friend at a convention in Chicago while she was waiting for me for a video call because it was Raksha Bandhan. And probably, of all these things, I didn't love her enough. I realized that it was very difficult to counter your emotions, the dark and gray, scary and horrible. At Diwali last year, 2019, I went to the same place. It was the same broken wrought iron gate. The world outside was lit with light, but this graveyard was all dark. I went to the exact spot where I left her, and I lit the very beautiful diya that I always wanted to for her. And I just wanted to tell her that I could have done it. I could have loved you enough. Sorry, Tia. Sorry. But yes, from that day on, I know that it's very important to love, care for the people who are with you always, rather than waiting for that day when you have to go and light a diya for them. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So she made us cry, right? Thanks a lot, honey, for. I won't even call it a speech. Actually, it was actually narrating your real life moments, moments of sorrow, moment of love, moments of care. Lovely, well done. You made us cry. We were actually with you, when you were narrating that story. That's the beauty of it. Actually, it was not telling us. It was not giving a speech. It was more like reliving those moments, those moment of sorrow, love, and care. Amazing one. So she made us cry, and I don't know whether I could make you people laugh or not, but yeah, of course, honey could make us cry. So, guys, let's start with another joke. There were actually, three colleagues, office going friends actually. They used to go to office together. They were quite lovely friends, like Kapil, Avi, and me, right? so so we so these three actually, these three friends, they used to go office together. They used to have their lunch together. They used to work together, and they had one complaint actually, a very severe complaint that every day they get to eat the same tiffin. I will hold on. I'll take a break again here from this joke, and I will invite our
The
table.
general evaluator. The general evaluator. We don't have table topics today.
Okay, general evaluator of the day. Again, it's back to you, Joyita.
Hello, everyone. So first of all, I'd like to invite on the stage the evaluators of the speeches that we recently had. So I would like to invite the evaluator of the first speech. Who evaluated Shorinder sir's speech? Shakti?
I did, so I will start.
Okay, Rupinder, sorry.
Yeah, it's
Rupinder, please.
Rupinder. Yeah.
Keep the fork. Sharinder sir, I don't even know where to start evaluating you or actually commending you. For the record, my wife often says that she wishes I would grow more mature like Sharinder sir. And today he just demonstrated why. Through his storytelling, the way he told the story, every one of us was hooked. It was just a simple fork, yet he wove such a wonderful story around it. Then the voice modulation, the kind of voice modulation that was there, the way it went up and down and carried us along, it was almost as if we were that pastor listening to that story. And the message, the real message behind the story was that the best is yet to come. Sharinder sir, Harish almost evaluated you after you completed your speech. If you had given him 2 to 3 minutes, he would have probably done a full evaluation. But in that, he said he did not know what to say. And I think he was speaking for every one of us. Now, in a speech that was so wonderful, so complete, I was actually looking for a flaw. And thank God I found one. Actually, two. One was when that interruption happened. You told somebody to maintain silence and then you came back to the story. Now, just when you came back to the story, I could sense that the tone had changed somewhat. Some of the tone from that moment had carried over into the story, kind of struck a different chord with us. So what I would suggest to you is to at least take a deep breath before you resume your story, because what happens is that we tend to go into the same breath. The second flaw that I found was there was a plot hole. The plot hole was the pastor asking the girl what it was. What if the pastor never asked the girl? Since you were telling the story, you ensured that the pastor asked the girl. So maybe you could have kind of turned the story like that. The girl said, "Do you not know why I want to carry this fork? Do you not want to know?" And then she could have told that story. So to me, that was a plot hole. But this is really me just nitpicking. And even if you had countered these two, and I would have been left with no recommendations, I would have gone back to my stock recommendation, which, by the way, you already had in your speech. And that recommendation was your closing sentence. The best is yet to come. I'm pretty sure, Sharan sir, knowing you, that you will treat this as one of the benchmarks and go climb even higher from here. So I will take back the speech with the memory that the best is yet to come. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Rupender. So now I would like to request Shaurinder sir to give the evaluation for Honey's speech.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Many a times in our life, we are captured by certain moments which make us regret certain things that we have not done. Each one of us, when we look back, we maybe certain things that if we had done, some amount of that guilt, which really is not imposed on us, but we have in our hearts. Today, Honey came up with a similar story, a personal story which I'm sure is very intimate to her. And today, it was very obvious that when she was speaking about it, every part of her was involved and was regretting that very moment where she summarized it so well when she said, "I did not love her enough." I had the opportunity of reading a story by Ernest Hemingway, which talks about regrets in life which you could undo. I'm sure, similarly, Honey was today wanting to undo something which she would have really given her life for. The way she emoted each and every feelings, it flashed on her face, and everyone in the audience was being carried by her. The suspense that she created when she came in with that gate in the car with the others, and talking about the banyan tree, the Shivalinga, she had created a beautiful ambience where we knew that something which was coming was not very enjoyable. And I think that is what an excellent storyteller is, the way the speaker went about talking about the progression as she went in. And then the best part, where her father comes up with the baby's body rolled in that red cloth, was really so beautifully put in. And the emotions that she showed along with it were excellent. I can go along talking about the story and the way she emoted each of the feelings, but I would only want to leave you with just one recommendation. Honey, when you speak about personal stories, we tend to overcome or unable to overcome our emotions. And the best part of today was you have been able to control your emotions so well that you were able to speak so well. I really have only one recommendation, and that is if you could slightly change your voice modulation at some of those times when you were not talking about the depressing situation. Otherwise, it was an amazing speech, and I am going to remember it all my life. Thank you for such a brilliant speech. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Sharanda sir. So moving ahead, I would like to call upon on the stage the timer of the day. So please present your report, Shakti.
Thank you so much, Jyota. We had two prepared speeches. The first one was by Sharendra Bhowmick, and the time allotted to him was 5 to 7 minutes, and his speech duration was 5 minutes and 53 seconds. So he qualifies. Our second speaker today was Hani Khanduja, and her allotted time for the speech was 6 to 8 minutes, but she spoke for 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Unfortunately, she does not qualify. With respect to the evaluations, we follow the trend. Rupinder evaluated Sharendra, and his evaluation was for 3 minutes and 28 seconds, so he got saved by 2. And Sharendra did evaluation of Honey, and his evaluation was 4 minutes or 5 seconds, so he does not qualify for evaluation. So I guess in terms of the speakers, only Sharendra qualifies, and in terms of evaluation, only Rupinder qualifies. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shakti. So I'd like to call upon Ankita to present your report.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I must say that we had all officials Toastmasters in the meeting today, and I couldn't write much in the grammarian report even after being the careful listener. I'll start with a good usage. Toastmaster Sharendra used "the best was yet to come." Life is captured by some moments. Sweet responsibility flashed on her face. Toastmaster Honey used "eyes welled with tears," "mud-clad path," "stubborn child in me," "unlevel ground," "rooted in Rigved," "broken wrought iron gate." Now coming to the incorrect usage, there were no such incorrect usage of grammar. Only a couple of sentences which can be substituted by a better use of word. For example, very old and shabby could be old and wretched. Very small plot could be a tiny plot. So basically I'm emphasizing on the elimination of use of very, which can be substituted by a better word. Only Ramu had his hand raised. Only Ramu raised his hand. Toastmaster Rupinder also had a couple of good usages. Looking for a flaw, resume your story, nitpicky. That's all for the grammarian's report, and yes, nobody used the word of the day. And thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Yeah, so I'd like to call upon Sharanda sir Pritansh to give your report on our counter.
Thank you very much, Aita. So before providing the report, I would like to share about the role of our counter. Basically, what happens when we are giving the speech or any elocution for such matter, there are a couple of points. One would be that if we are not prepared or our mind is not prepared on what to speak next, or we have a variety of thoughts in our mind and we have to pick one of them and we fail to choose it at that instant, we use fillers. Apart from that, sometimes it happens that we do have that thought in mind, but we don't know how to phrase it correctly. So during these times, these fillers come into picture and we, with the use of these fillers, go ahead and complete our sentences. So that's what I'm going to provide about the report about. So first I'll start with Madam General Evaluator. Joyita, you were a canon of hours today. There were 14 hours and one so. Surprisingly, Rupinder had 1 hour today. Uh, TMOD, Harish had 5 hours. One, sorry, it was twice the usage of legs. The usage of we have it was twice. The usage of he it was twice. You know, 3 times. So and they multiple times. I will also twice. So it was a variety. I love the variety. And from the rest of the Toastmasters, there were none. So kudos. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Pritansh. So now I'd like to present my report. Our meeting started 10 minutes late today. We had EC election smoothly, and then we have started our meeting, our regular meeting. And then I'd like to mention few things about our TOMOD. The way you have taken the meeting forward, that's really amazing, and it was very smooth. And were in suspense that what could become next with your jokes. So it's a nice style. Thank you so much, Tiomodi, for your wonderful job today. Now, moving forward, now I'm going to Rupendo. So, with your amazing style, you have presented the evaluation report for Sharinder sir. If I would have been there, I couldn't find out any mistake or flaw and what to say in the recommendation part. But you are in a mature style. You have presented that what could be Shonda sir can improve in the next speech. That's really amazing, Rupinder. And you have followed the CRC approach that we generally followed for our Toastmaster speech evaluation. Thank you for that. And I didn't agree with your wife that you are not mature. Now, moving forward, Sharanda sir's speech evaluation, I think it is the most toughest thing that Sharanda sir did today, because Honey's story really touched us and we felt the emotion in the uh, meeting. And I know that how it was so difficult for Sharanda sir to give the evaluation for such a wonderful speech. And it is not a speech, it's your life story. So, but still, Sharanda sir managed well, and with the rules and responsibilities of the evaluator, he presented his report, which CRC approach, and provided the recommendation nicely to her. Thank you, Sharanda sir, for your role played today. Now moving ahead to timer. Okay, well, we always know that the way, the style you maintain while you are speaking, it's really amazing, Shakti. And you explain the timer role nicely at the starting of this meeting, and then you presented your report in a detailed manner. The times you have mentioned, that's really amazing. Thank you, Shakti. Thank you. Now moving ahead to grammarian. So this is our first meeting with you, Ankita. For me, it is first meeting but I came to know that the amazing way you have presented your grammarian report, the way you have noted down the good usage of all the words, and also you recommended where we can improve. That really helped for all of us. Thank you, Ankita, and I would request you to join us next in the next meeting too. Would like to see you playing some other role too. Thank you, Ankita. And Pritansh, my old friend in Toastmaster. When I joined Toastmaster, you were the Toastmaster of the day. You were talking about some celebration of Christmas. Remember in 2016 December. So from that day, I learned many things from you. And today I have learned how many hours I I mentioned during my speech. Thank you for that. And apart from this, you have mentioned all this filler words, the count of the filler words, the way you have mentioned. It's a really great. Thank you so much, Pritansh, for your detailed report. So this is all from my end. Now I'd like to hand over the stage to our Tiomodi Harish, where he is. So
He left, I guess, and he did not
Okay,
complete his job.
Maybe
I'll take over.
Rupinder can take over the meeting.
I'll take over from here.
okay.
So I'm going to launch a poll, and today was a great day. It was two wonderful stories, and at least one excellent evaluation, and that wasn't me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask every one of you to disregard the time disqualifications, and please vote. The poll is coming up now. You'll see a poll on your screens. Please vote for, please make a choice. I'll give you 10 more seconds, and then I'll go about compiling the results. Thank you for voting. I will now close the polling. Before I move on, I would like to hear, before I announce the results, that is, I would like to hear from our guests. So I see that we have Anu Seth here. Anu, how did you like the meeting?
Thank you, Rupanda, for inviting me for this meeting. It was a really indeed a wonderful meeting and an amazing speeches to start the day with. Thank you, Rupanda, for the invitation.
Thank you. Now let's ask Ruchita. Ruchita, you were very keen to come to this meeting. Now that you're finally here and now that you've finally seen how it goes, what are your thoughts?
So I found it very interesting, and like I feel that I'm a part of right group. So definitely I'm eager to learn more now here. It was very good, very good.
So Ruchita, if you are interested in membership, I will ask Vikas to reach out to you, and he
Yes.
will reach out to you with more details.
Yes,
So,
I was about to ask the next step. So yeah, definitely.
great job. I will ask Vikas to reach out to you.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to go, and Shakti, I'll come to you the last. But before that, I would like to ask uh, our area director, Ankita Jain.
So you're asking me as a guest because I thought I was an area director.
You are an area director and a guest, and I would love some recommendations as to how this club can improve. Like I always say, WTF, and that means we take feedback unless something else comes to your mind.
Okay. Actually, after attending this meeting, I feel that I should be a part of this meeting every week, 8:30. But just 8:30 is too early for me. That's the only reason. But I'll try to be part of this meeting every Wednesday, 8:30. And
Well,
enjoy.
sorry. Thank you. Well, Ankita, what we can do is that Harish is going to be our president going forward, and maybe he can take some sort of an executive decision as to what he wants or when he wants, when he wants the meeting. Moving on to our Madame Extraordinaire, Shakti Priya Gauri. Please tell us how it was, coach.
Thank you so much, Rupinder. I really like that everyone is pretty excited in their own ways. Jayata, the way, both Jayata and Haresh, I guess, the way you perform your role and the way after any person gives their speech or evaluation, whatever you're feeling, you say it. And that's so amazing because it's what you're feeling to the core of it, we get to know. And it's really wonderful to see that people are not polishing it by, oh yeah, it was a good speech, but I'm not going to say it because, I don't want to say it. It's not that. And I really love that part. And it's nice to see that innocent thought coming out. So I really appreciate that. And I appreciate that everyone enjoys the meeting and everyone's eager to take roles. So yeah, I love the meeting, and I'm really happy to see. Congratulations to all the officers, and I'm so convinced that Blue Quest is in good hands now. So thank you.
Thank you, Shakti. And Haresh, I'll give the stage to you one last time because you did not get to speak, give your closing statement. So if you'd like to give a closing statement, and also what it feels like to be the upcoming president of Blue Quest Toastmasters.
Rupinder, can you ask Hani to give her feedback?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hani Khanduja, the person who moved us with her speech today. Please give your feedback. I'm so sorry I missed you. I don't know how I missed you.
No, that's
I hope she's fine now, yeah?
Yeah.
Out of all those emotions.
Yeah,
she's already part of it, so we don't consider her as a guest. That's the reason.
And to be honest, and Haresh, to be honest, I have seen her give more emotional speeches. So.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. So probably I think this was the most emotional speech, like to me personally, and unfortunately, I could not focus much on the speech, and I just go with the emotion. But thank you all for being a wonderful audience. I think you bear with me throughout, and thank you so much. It was when I thought of a touching story to share in my storytelling manual, this appeared in my head, and I actually had almost a week of conflict in my mind that I should not go with that. I would not be able to do it. I would not be able to do it. In fact, couple of minutes before my speech, I just messaged Rupinder, can I do it with video off? Because I doubt something will not be controlled. But okay, I think that was something to overcome as a public speaker. Toastmaster has taught us while delivering speeches, even if it's the most emotional speeches, you have to stay strong and control your emotions so that you can actually help people with the message that you have. So this is a message that I have learned very deeply in my life with a very strong incident, and I would definitely try to deliver this project again in a better manner so that it is better delivered as a speech and not just as an emotional story. But yes, I don't feel like that I'm a guest. So Rupinder, this is perfectly fine if you miss me out. And thank you all for being a wonderful audience. And yes, a very energetic meeting. Congratulations to the incoming EC members. Have a rocking time ahead. EC is being a part of the EC is the best thing that you can do in Toastmasters as a leadership learning. I wish you all the best. And yes, it's not that my APG is getting to get over and I'm not going to meet Blue Quest people again. I'll definitely come back again at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Hope to see you again very soon. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hani, the kind of emotions that you created with your speech, I think a large part of it came from that visual medium. And I strongly feel that if you were telling it with the video off, then perhaps some of that experience would be missing. And you, Hani, have taught me that it is okay to be vulnerable on the stage.
Exactly.
I learned that from you. So thank you for sharing that, number one. Number two, just one small suggestion. Next time you're telling a story like this, have a bottle of water in your hand.
I got it later, sorry.
Yeah, because it will give you the emotional support you need holding on to something in your hand, and then taking a sip will probably help you overcome that lump in your throat. And most importantly, it will add to the overall story that you have some sort of an emotional support on stage. A lot of successful speakers do that, so I would suggest that you do that. So wonderful. I have the results ready with me, so if I have the general evaluator's permission, I could share them.
Yes, please.
So I'll be sharing the screen. Everybody can see the screen, right?
Yes, sir. It's still coming. Flash.
Came? Done? Do you see a Google Sheet?
Yes.
Okay. So we are looking at meeting number 489. So these 4 results we are looking at that was conducted today. So we will go in the reverse order. Let's go with the best role player and let's see who's won the best role player award. And our best role player award is the joke master Harish Patwal. Now, the winners, you might have already received the notification in your inboxes. I suggest that do not celebrate prematurely. Let's now look at our best auxiliary role player. And she comes out of the blue, takes a role just like that, and wins the best auxiliary role player award. Congratulations, Ankita. Now, let's move on to our best evaluator. And I can tell you with a reasonable degree of confidence and integrity that I had no role to play in this result. So I accept this award with grace and humility. And now let's look for the best speaker. And really, there was not much to choose from today. The inspirational story by Chaurinder sir and that very touching story from Hani Khanduja. Now, let's see who won. It takes its own time in loading, but I think it is worth the wait and a very well-deserved Best Speaker award, a very hard-fought
I
Hani
don't
Khanduja.
deserve it, guys, but thank you. I think Chaurinder sir had already made it.
Yes. Now, I would, for the last time, because next time the new EC will take over, because, oh no, actually, this is the last time that I am taking roles, because next meeting will be in the month of July, right? So for the last time, I would like roles for the next meeting. Who wants to be the TMOD?
Before that, Rupinder, please ensure that these certificates are actually sent to the people.
They already sent, sir. It is
No.
in your inbox.
No, I didn't
No,
receive it last week.
Last week
I
also it did come.
I'll tell you what is happening. So what happens is that this is not an email that is sent. This is a Google notification that is fired.
Yeah.
So what will most probably happen is that it's either ended up in your spam or it has ended up in one of your update folders or those folders like that. So just check them. Okay. Otherwise, I will share the physical copy. I'll
think-
share a copy
no,
with you.
I think what we can just send e-copy or something either through our WhatsApp or through a mail or something.
I'll do
so
that. I'll
people
do
get
that.
it.
I'll do that. Yeah. The only challenge is that the script is automated to email. I still haven't figured out how to WhatsApp this thing. So
okay,
that is a work in progress. But if you've not received it, let me know. I will share it with you. I will share the URL with you. Okay. Moving on, I would like to take roles for the next week. Do I hear anyone volunteering for the Toastmaster of the day? Anyone? Anyone?
Joyita should take it. Avjinder.
Avjinder, you're
Sure.
taking it?
Yeah, I'll
okay,
take it.
great. So, Avjinder. Chaurinder sir, can you help him out with this
I
role?
will take speech evaluation role.
Okay, we'll come to speech evaluations later. I'm more concerned about filling up the GE and third. Anyone for general evaluator?
I'll take it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because it's been a while since you've taken up. Okay, and table topic master. I will take that up before anybody gives me a ridiculous topic again. So, Rupinder is your table topic master. I don't want to start the new year answering a
It's
topic.
been ages we haven't heard Pritansh on a speech. Can
So let's give
do a
Pritansh a speech slot.
Yeah,
Evil laughter.
I think
Pritansh as T-Mod.
Pritansh has a speaker, and Pritansh, your speech title is No Backouts.
okay, fine. Yeah.
Sumit, what are you going to take as a role?
Sumit, would you like to give a speech?
Whatever little time I have attended this meeting, I have only be able to understand the role of probably the timer. I think that's the role. I think probably I would be
Okay,
able.
I'll give you a timer, Sumit, for next time, and just work with Shaurinder sir and Anshu as to how this role works. Okay. Then, so I have the T-Mod GE table topic master, and I have one speaker, and I have a timer. Anyone who's interested for any other role?
Kapil will
Yes,
become the counter.
No, I wanted to give a speech.
Okay.
Kapil is giving a speech. Great. Joyita, why don't you take up our counter? That's something that we've not done for a long time.
Yes, sure. We'll do that.
Counter. And
if you can put me for speech, if I have a slot.
Who's put who for speech?
This is
Harish, is that you?
Yeah.
Harish, I'm putting you up for grammarian.
Rachna / Harish.
Harish, I'm putting you
Yeah,
up
always,
for, I'm putting you up for grammarian. The reason being that you've done T-Mod today, so take up one of the auxiliary roles next week.
Okay, sir, fine. Whatever you say.
Okay. And I think that about completes it. We need speech evaluators. I'll figure them out. But other than that, thank you so very much. Wonderful meeting. And I will now request everyone to be there for the next meeting as well, which is going to be in the new Toastmasters year, which is going to be actually on July 1st. And you will have Harish giving the presidential address instead of Rupinder or Vikas. Thank you so very much.
To induct them.
Yeah, installation ceremony, sir, I was planning somewhere around the 8th or the 15th. Actually, 12th, they have their officers training. So I was hoping that the officers training gets over and then they kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another announcement. So although it has not been officially announced, but our new area director is going to be Vishakha Sharma. And I don't know how many of you know Vishakha, but she is the sister of Neha Sharma, who was an area director this year and is also an area director next year. So I'll try and get her to the meeting. And the TLI, which is the Toastmasters Leadership Institute, which is the officers training, it is mandatory for everyone to attend, is on 12th of July. It will be a virtual session. So please make sure that you are free on the 12th of July, because I really don't see any reason why you will not be able to attend that training. You don't have to go anywhere physically. You just have to be present on a virtual session. Okay.
Bye,
Thank
Shakti.
you,
Go and sleep.
everyone, and bye, Shakti. Take care. Everyone, thank you so much. And like I always say, our next meeting begins now, and I will catch up with you next week. I'm ending the meeting and thereby the recording of this meeting. I'll share the recording soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. See you
everybody.
next
Bye,
week.
everyone. Bye.
Bye. Enjoy.